In this session, we are going to dive into the world of version control, Git, and GitHub. Whether you are a beginner or someone who looking for brush up your skills, by the end of this session, I'm pretty sure you will have a solid understanding how these tools works and how essential these tools for your software development, modern software development, as well as your IT use cases. So first, I will introduce myself. I'm Kavishka Sashmitha, currently third year SC undergraduate, and I'm doing my internship as a software engineer at Tea Time. So that's all about me, and you can connect with me through LinkedIn. Make sure to have a connect with me. So without getting further delay, I think guys are joining. So let's go with theoretical things. So let's start with basics. Version control. What is this version control? Uh, some of you guys might be know many things about version control system. No matter what, let's dive into that. So version control is a system that helps you track changes of your files over time. You might be confusing what am I saying, and yeah, so I'm gonna explain every single thing in here. So think of it as a time machine, but only you can go into backward. So you can't go in the future, of course. So what you have made changes of your file in your code, you can easily track those things by using a version control system. So it allows you to revisit previous versions and compare changes and collaborate with others really easily. And let's I think most of you guys have some idea about the version control. But however, let's start with why is this version control is important. So first, it helps you to keep the track of your changes. As I remember, in my first years, I have so much struggles of keeping files like really clearly take backups. Sometimes when I updated the code, I just don't remember what I have changed. I'm pretty sure you just have the same kind of things on your journey. So let's fix this. Let's fix this. So in here, when we using a version control system, it makes collaboration seamless. Multiple people can work on same project without stepping on toys. So you can just collaborate with each other without getting any harmful thing. So you don't have to worry about loss of your files. It works like a safety net for your project. So if something goes wrong, like when you like coding, if you have the experience that I had, you will know that it's a really annoying thing. So if something goes wrong on your code, you can just roll back to the previous version. In short, version control is backbone of your efficient and organized software development. So it doesn't matter what you're going to do in the IT industry, most probably you should have that skill. So every single company looking for you to know about Git. So it's like a powerful tool that every IT people should know about. So I will guide you through all of the basics things and some advanced things as well. So let's uh let's see what are these version control system. What we have for, like I said that can track our files from version control system. How we gonna do this? There are three types of version control system. So first one is local VCS, which is stored in a offline, like in your single computer. In here, no collaboration features, and saving your files in multiple copies, as I previously said, like final or something like that, you are saving your files. So I think it's not gonna be a good version controlling system for your projects. And second one is centralized VCS, which means your computers connect to a one server, and users can push changes from to the server from to the server. Okay, so you can get the things, and if anything happens to your server, it's gonna be a disaster, and it's really expensive when do these things. So we have a nice solution called distributed VCS. That means every user has a full copy of your repository. I will talk about repository in later. So changes can be committed locally before pushing, and when using distributed VCS, we can work offline, and we can prevent data losses. So, and the special part example is Git. It is one of the best ever used, I have ever used, and currently in the market, the best DVCS, distributed version control system. So let's see what is this Git. So is there anyone who know this guy? If someone know, put it in chat. So this is the person who invented, like create, not invent, like created the this amazing tool. His name is Linus Torvalds, and he's the same guy who invented the Linux. It's not necessary to know these things, but it's nice when you know these things. Like, I think it's nice. Okay, so that's why I put it in here. So it is one of most popular version control system out there, and Git is a distributed version control system, as I said earlier, which means every developer has a full copy of your project history on their local machine. So which means when you work locally, local is the best and fast and uh, reliable for your projects. Like, when you working locally, you can do things fastly and reliably, and it's perfect for all type of like small and large scale application developments. Okay, so we have a nice one. Git was GitHub. Raise up hands, those who are think like Git and GitHub is the same thing. I know, see. Yeah, raise up hand those who are thinking like Git and GitHub is the same thing. No one? So nice, huh? So GitHub and Git is totally two different things. So as I previously mentioned you about the Git is something that control uh, and track your code changes. It helps developers to manage the versions, branches, and merge efficiently. While the GitHub is a cloud-based platform, which where you can host your repositories. Like, when you made the local repository with Git, you can put it that into GitHub and collaborate with your members. When you're doing the ITP project, use these tools for your CI/CD integrations. Like, continuously, as I said earlier, you can continually integrate and continually deploy using these tools. So key difference is Git is a tool, while GitHub is a service that enhance Git with cloud storage, collaboration, and project management features. So I would like to share you a diagram. This is like a basic workflow, how the Git is working. So most of guys, some had experience or not. Here is the basic thing that you should know when you come into Git and work with it. So first, a working directory. What is the working directory? It is where you're working right now, where your code is in, like your folder. Okay, so when you're using like Git add, I will show you an example as well in later. So when you add Git add, that files, your current changes is going to stage in.
Excuse me, Kavishka.
Yeah,
Sorry
sure.
for interrupting. I think your screen is paused.
Uh, from where post?
No, we
Uh,
were able to hear you, but still the
mhm.
screen is in. Why do we need version control?
Okay, sorry for the interruption. Can I guys see it?
Yeah, now it's visible.
Uh, where I
No
have
worries.
stopped.
We were able to hear you. You can continue.
where I have stopped, like stuck.
No, no, you are not stuck. Only the
Okay,
slide was not visible. You can continue from here.
okay, so I was in like here. Okay, so can you guys see the screen of Git workflow?
Yeah,
Is it
Kavishka, it's
visible?
visible.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you. So here I have said like when you add Git using Git add command, you can just add the current changes, and we I will show you how these things works in practical as well. So I just want to give you some brief idea how these all things work, like give you like high level idea. So that's why I have put this diagram onto the presentation. So as I said, it's go to like staging it up, where it's like a temporary place where you put the files to commit it. So when you use a commit is like something like a message, and where you can find the changes and a snapshot of your code. Like you can't remember, like we just add things and it's go to repository. How we can identify whether you need to roll back? You can't remember, like, so we use git commit message for understand the your current change and give it a name, and so we can back into that and work on. So from after that, we have a local repository and uh, with our working files, so we can push it to remote repo means we are using github for that. So you can put it for the cloud, and your friends can get it using git clone. And from here, if someone change the remote repository, you can get those changes in with using git pull. And git checkout is something like you used to switch between different version and switch to another branches. That's what it's for. So I think you have some uh, quite understanding how this work, like at least some of them. So for the delay and without getting more bored, uh, let's get
Yeah, Kavishka,
yeah.
sorry for interruption. I think there is a small connection issues. So you can turn off your camera and go through with the slides.
Okay, uh, am I audible?
Yeah, you're
Is it
audible.
clear?
Can you just change your slide so we can check whether it's working?
Yeah, I just change it to, let's give it a
Still,
try.
it's in the JIT workflow.
Okay, I have changed it. How is that now?
No, still it's like that. So can you stop it and share it again, Kavishka?
Okay, sorry for the interruption, guys. How about now? Are you visible? The let's give it a
Can
try.
you, yeah, can you change the slide? So
Is it changed? Not yet.
uh, no, Kavishka,
However,
still
okay.
paused.
Uh, however, now we are in a practical one. So I'm going to share my wall screen. Are visible my wall screen right now?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So okay. So here, yep. Let's
yeah.
give
Now
it a
it's
try.
better, Kavishka.
Yeah, it's better now. Okay, fine.
Yeah, you can continue.
So here first, without any more things, let's get some repository created and just get into work. So first, for first we will, as you remember, I just used like git add command. For those commands, you should have a git on your local machine. So first, you can use any terminal, and whether you don't know or you have that or not, you can use this command git hyphen v. From there you can just see that if there are a version, that means you have the git. If you don't have one, you can go for git sem.com and you can download it. Okay, so you should have that, and you need a github account as well for working with me. So first, I think this quite might be confusing for you. Let's start with directly do some scripting like commands. So first, we can use git init. Git init, I will share you with the cheat sheet, so you can do things easily. So from this command, you gonna, as you remember in the workflow, I guess you have maybe seen it. If you don't, I will share the presentation as well after the after our meeting as well. This is going to a staging area. Now we have like add our current changes into the staging area. So what we're going to do now, we have to give a commit message. We can use like git commit and message. I would say like first or initial one, initial initial. Okay, so uh so yeah, there's error. Let's see what was wrong with that. uh, 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 uh. uh, we have to add those first. I haven't added. You can see that's an error. As you can remember in the workflow, I just firstly use a git add one. I haven't add that. So the one who, I'm really sorry. So I was like in not in the, because of the scene. When git init, you're gonna initialize the repository. That means git let the git to track your wall folder, and this we can add the files. So as you can remember, I shown it to you in the workflow as well. So from git add, it will add all the things to your all the changes of your files into uh, your staging area. Now we're gonna commit that as a message. uh, so here the thing we're doing is give a message to understand this, like what we have changed. So yeah, now we have in source control, you can see initially we made those files change. Okay, so I just directly use these commands instead of going github, because of you to understand this is like a local repository. You can work it with it, but when you come into like sharing with others, you need to put this repository into uh, cloud. So let's do this. So for that, go to your account, like a GitHub account, and you can click here. Okay, so I put I give it. Okay, it's fine. So in here, don't add anything like readme. Also, you can add it later. So when you're creating this, okay, so you see there's a commands that we have used previously in here. Like when you like creating the first time on your project, like think you are the ITP project manager, some ITP. Your project is, you are the one who leading it. So when you're creating the initial folder, initial steps of your uh, application, you can use these commands. I have already used git init, and this is not necessary. You can edit that later on. So, and I have committed it, and now we have left these things. So from git branch and main, that means we're gonna change the default branch into main, and we're gonna put it into this remote repository which we have created now. And from this push one, we're gonna push all the local changes into our cloud repository. And if you are a friend, like in your group, you are a teammate, and you need to get those things. So for that, you can use this command, as well as GitHub's CLI, which is a visual console. You can easily use that one as well. So we're gonna push this first using these commands. Okay, you can, when you add the readme, these things will not come. That's why I haven't add readme. So let's add that. Yeah, uh, it's uploading into our cloud. Yeah, that's fine. So in here, let's say if it's available. Yeah, you're good to go. So here you have an initial file setup, and now the thing, you need to collaborate with each other. For that, uh, I will show you some best practices as well in the next slides. I will say it like in here first, and first, and other few things also I need to mention as a best practice. So hope you can see my screen well. So here, can you see like git ignore file? What is that? This is important, really important. When you like pushing things before, this is my normal next app. When you creating this next app or boilerplate, when you're using, normally it will come into your uh, folder. So unless you have to create this git ignore file, this will ignore all the in when you add these paths, like you have add like node modules we have had so from uh, they prevent from tracking all those files. Actually, we don't need the modules like modules files, so we can just install it we it's not necessary to, and we don't not necessary to upload those things into cloud. They are so heavy files, and most importantly env files. If you were in the last our yesterday sessions, they I think in the AI session he was talking about like env files, like API keys, which are the secret of your uh, application. So you don't need to put those things into cloud. If you put that, that's a disaster. Don't put those things into uh, put into cloud. So prevent from that, you can just easily add this. When we remove this, you can see it's gonna track. You can see that, yeah, you can this track this. So it's gonna track. When we add this, it's not gonna track. So that's one thing. And use env for your secret things. Next, next practice you can make. So normally when you like doing work, create few branches. Like first branch as a main, don't change it frequently, keep it as a solid one. So it's like when you like using softwares, if it's coming updates daily, it's gonna be the same thing. Okay, so main is we are gonna use for productions. So create a branch just for your friends, or you can use development branch as well. You can create it in here, or that's the best way. Unless you can use GitHub, our remote repository, to create branch as well. So here, when you like not getting it from the branch from, it's normally getting the default branch as for create that branch. So I'm gonna publish that. So in here, so it's gonna visible here our branches. Yeah, here's the div branch. I think you got something out of this. And when you adding like your friends, you can just add your friends here using collaborators, or else you can just fork it and give a pull request to here. So I'll do a PR also here. So for that, I'm going to change something. Here, I'm going to use first. So in here, use source control panel. It will ease you to do things. So we have like, so I have changed this and push it into the our remote repository. So your friends can get it. And how it's gonna work. Like uh if he's working on this branch, same branch, he can pull it in here. Like we can just see here there's a push and pull. When you push, it gonna uh, your commits gonna direct into like push into your remote repository. When you pull, the current changes of your files in the repository will come into your local version. So make sure to get pulls before your commit. So you can just ignore the getting conflicts. Like I will tell about that in the slides as well. So here, let's see how the changes can get into our uh, main branch. So in here, as you can see, we have pushes. So you can compare and pull requests, make a pull request. So it's fine. There's no merge conflicts here. If there are merge conflicts, it will show here. I will say why the merge conflict is happen also in the slides. So here you can create add description and things like that, and you you can just add here protections of your branch as well from setting rules here. So go through in this. It's I will give you some basic ideas and some intermediate ideas, and you have to use those things to get more and more. So without doing anything, you will get nothing. So here we got PR, and we're gonna merge it. So our changes is in main as well. It's fine. So when you switch in the branch, you can switch branches from here. Your changes, you have a changes. So you have to uh, pull those things. See, there's our, you can see like this is the trunk and this is our branch, and we have removed the unused power hook, and we just merged that into our main. That is the basic scenario you should know when you working with the ITP project, I guess. I just covered all of the things like PR, how to just like use branches. So okay, so let's get into the last sliders as well. Start. We were in here, like, sorry about that. Hope you guys can see the presentation. Is it visible, Januksha?
Yes, Kavishka, it's visible.
Yeah. So as a best practices, I already said these things earlier. Use meaningful commit messages. So you can just go roll back to your changes. So use commit messages so you know what you made the change. So don't commit or push the sensitive data. I have already told you that about how you can ignore those files and put into remote and use it ignore for that, and prevent from merge conflicts. You can always update and get data before you commit. You can use push for that, and use protected branches from settings. There's a rules you can go through in those things. uh, and here some freebies for you. And yeah, uh, some of you guys using these things, some of you might know. So these are the tools which you can help to take your project into the next level. It's free when you can when you log in with your GitHub account with your IT mail. You will get this student patch. I will show some of that for you. uh, yeah, here are some amazing tools which you can use, like you have Azure and some Upright, which is hosting platform for backend, and Codex is really lovely one. Just try out those things, go through in those things, and I will share that thing as well, like the URL with you as well. So merge conflicts. I will put these slides so you can read it. So you already run out of time, I guess. And basically, merge conflicts is happen when say both, if you are guys working on the same branch, your friend and you gonna change same the line. Even we are confused. So same thing happened to the Git. What is the change you should get? So you can just solve those things from like using the GitHub GitHub, and as well as you can use like there's a head and branches. You can accept those from locally as well. Yeah. I think I have covered most of the things regarding Git and GitHub. And for the final, if you have any question, you can just ask those things from the chat, and